Hi, I've been a bartender for over a decade. I came across this clickbaity article, 11 drinks that are red flags for bartenders. Let's see what I think about it. This one was a weird one to start out with because it's not even a drink, it's a very literal red flag. If you haven't heard of this before, it's supposed to be code to your bartender to let them know that you need help out of it. Yeah, it's terrible, we need that. I do like the idea of this, but the thing is, Angel Shot isn't really a secret, so your date might know what you're ordering. My suggestion would be to tell the bartender that you found a drink on Insta that you want them to try to make for you. And then turn your phone to show the bartender the recipe, but really it's an SOS you typed out. Long Island iced tea. Yeah, it's a terrible drink. It's vodka, gin, rum, tequila, and triple sec, sour mix, and a splash of Coke. No one's ordering that because it's delicious. And if this is how you drink when you go out, that's fine, whatever. But don't send back your drink because it isn't strong enough, because I promise it is. And also, I would respect you more if you ordered a Grateful Dead, which is a Long Island iced tea, but instead of the Coke, it's raspberry liqueur. Or a Tokyo tea, which instead of Coke, it's Midori. Flaming shots are illegal in my state. Someone told me it was because a guy accidentally lit himself on fire at a Bahama Breeze in Memphis, but I can't find any articles. I'll admit this is a cool party trick. But you're taking a shot that probably tastes good, and then putting a layer of extremely high-proof alcohol to light it on fire. And the last time I read an Everclear bottle, it said not to drink it straight because it is dangerous. So dangerous, probably mediocre. Top shelf Bloody Mary. This article is saying that bartenders find it to be a red flag if you order expensive vodka with your Bloody Mary. Now when someone orders this, I don't think red flag. I think, yeah, I will sell you a $10 drink for $15. The red flag is when someone asks if it's spicy. When cocktails are put on a menu, they're meant to be approachable by a majority of people. So if you're concerned that our Bloody Marys might have too much black pepper, you might want to get another drink. Commonwealth. If someone ordered this from me, I would politely yet firmly tell them to get the fudge out. This drink has 71 ingredients. And if I were to read you the ingredients list, I'm pretty sure there would be at least one you haven't heard of. People who order this are trying to stump the bartender. The same type of people who try to stump the bartender are the same people who will put like 5 $1 bills on the bar top and take one away every time you make them wait a second. Cement mixer. Nobody gets paid enough to make this drink. This drink is Bailey's and lime juice. This drink is typically ordered for someone on their 21st birthday. Yeah, you're supposed to take this shot, put it in your mouth, swish it around, and then drink it. You know what happens when you mix acid with dairy? It curdles. This is a guaranteed throw up on the bar. Also, do you people even like your friends? I wasn't even sure if I was going to post this because it's not my usual content, but I'm having a lot of fun, so I'm going to do a part 2. Don't like part 2s? Get the fudge out. Part 2 of 11 drinks that are red flags for bartenders, this article and what I think about it. Next up on our list, impossible mocktails. Listen, if a bartender ever gives you a problem for ordering a mocktail, give me their number, I'll fight them. Most bars are only equipped with fruit juices and soda to make a mocktail. My bar actually offers zero-proof spirits, and they are becoming more popular. Hopefully 2023 will be the year of the mocktail. But the impossible part here isn't like impossible meat. The problem is ordering a non-alcoholic version of a drink that's mostly alcohol. So like an old-fashioned, martini, Manhattan, those things can't be made non-alcoholic. My spec for an old-fashioned is 2 dashes of Ango bitters, 2 dashes of orange bitters, a bar spoon of Demerara syrup, and 2 ounces of bourbon. So if I were to make that without alcohol, you'd get about this much fancy sugar syrup over a large ice cube. Now I don't expect my guests to know what's in every single cocktail, because if they did, why would they need me? But if I try to have this conversation with you and you just tell me to figure it out, that's the red flag. So like the rest of this entire list of cocktails, it's not the cocktail that's the red flag, it's the behavior associated with it. The Corona Rita. It's a red flag if it's not on the menu, like a lot of other drinks. If it's not on the menu, they might not have glassware that can support the Corona in there. Honestly, these drinks should be illegal to serve without this little plastic piece. The margarita is typically served frozen, so the weight of all the ice holds down the Corona, but you know the ice melts, right? And I'm just anxious looking at this one on the rocks. Maybe I'm just really accident prone and no one else thinks of these things. Next up is vodka and Red Bull. I've literally never had someone order this drink without using the word bro in every sentence, but I've actually never worked at a place that carried Red Bull. They'll claim it's for safety reasons, but we all know they don't carry Red Bull because if they did carry Red Bull, the staff would be drinking it. This is what the CDC says about the dangers of mixing alcohol with caffeine. Basically, alcohol is a depressant and caffeine alerts you and keeps you up. So if you combine the two, you might be so alert you don't know how drunk you are. Yeah, but every drunk person is drunker than they think they are. Next up on our list, key lime pie martini with graham cracker rim. Now, I thought in this part of the article we would be discussing ordering drinks with ingredients that aren't bar staples. Like no bar carries key lime liqueur or graham cracker unless it's part of their menu. No, that's not the problem our author has. No, but this author wants to talk about the finesse and fashion of a shaken, not stirred 007 style Vesper martini. But that finesse was kicked to the curb with all these flavors that only an inexperienced drinker could order. So the red flag is saying anything James Bond related at my bar. I will shake and stir your face. Not to mention the James Bond Martini doesn't even exist anymore. This is a really good article about it. The author saved the dumbest red flag for last. Orange juice and vodka. Their problem is that it's called a screwdriver and you said it wrong. Okay, Mr. Finesse of a non-existent drink. And when we make drinks, we put vodka in first and then the juice. So when you say juice and vodka, you're saying it in the wrong order. Like, if that's the most confusing thing a guest says to you all night, I want your clientele. It has less to do with what you're ordering and more with how you're asking for it. Just say please and thank you. The main takeaway from this should be there are no red flag drinks. There are red flag behaviors. Now, I know y'all didn't like what I had to say about the Long Island iced tea in part 1. I wasn't trying to start a fight. If I wanted to start a fight, I would say Jack Daniels is a bourbon. Anyone want to fight?